So before I do Inferno, I really want to get the Noxious Halberd to do the triple Jads. It just helps so much to not mess up the timing. If you're in melee range, then they can off-tick and sometimes be on the same tick attacking. It also just hits like a truck and will be the perfect slash weapon to use with enemies like Verzik, who have a high stab defense that I'm using my spear on currently. Okay, finally at almost 3 times the drop rate of hitting the unique table. I got the first piece. Okay, we're finally back. 2 kills later. Oh, a full Justy. Okay, good. I'll take that. Nice. That's my last non-mega rare item. 400 points for full Justy. So our clan seemed to run into some weird thing where people that got mega rares were either ones on their first few raids or someone who already had one, and everyone else just never seemed to get one. It felt. You got it? Oh, Prawn got it. Of course. Of course, dude. Wait, oh my gosh, of course he got it. What's the KC? Let's see it. Everyone in this clan gets spooned on low KC. You either go super dry or spooned. 5 KC, yeah, of course. Of course.
I'm 25.
Oh, I got the dust. That's cool. The dust transfers over leagues if you have the pet, but I'm assuming if you don't have the pet, then the dust does not. Oh my gosh, of course it's 0. Of course. 25 times.
Yeah.
Another Vernik, yay. I knew it. I knew it. I knew that would happen. Raid number 2, the newbie gets it. Yep, big surprise. So yeah, all those top clips are from the same day, and it was just weird. Literally everyone that got a mega rare was someone who it was their first couple of raids, or they already had 1 or 2 mega rares. So in case any of the reactions were confusing, that's why we were reacting that way. We're all in the same clan. We're just joking around with each other. No one's actually getting that upset that it's happening. Another cool thing about the spear at Verzik is normally you can't hit her during this phase. She just heals any damage you deal, but the staff actually hits through it. So you see I hit like a 64 and a 72 on her while killing the red crab at the same time. So that was pretty fun. So this is the best way I can think of to just train my fire making. Just make a straight line across the wilderness ditch because it's the longest straight line there is. Oh, reach base 60. Fire making is by far my lowest level. This is kind of funny. There's just fires as far as the eye can see. Oh yay, the last piece of my halberd on kill 138. So not too much worse than the drop rate actually, but this will be nice. I can finally go do Inferno. So this is plus 29 strength over the spear. Oh, it's a task, cool. And it's just such a high slash attack, so it'll help me at Taub and Vardorvis. It'll be better than the spear for sure, but anything weak to stab, I'll definitely use the spear because there's the consideration of the special, which does a lot of damage, which will be nice. Still need the Rancor. So I went to go try this halberd out at Zulrah, and it is absolutely amazing. It completely destroys it. This will be really fun to grind out. Even the 300 kills for the task will be a breeze with this. So jumped into Inferno. The spear was so fun to use. I just started in the middle each time and used the special on the nibblers. Anyone that's watching this, you can go do Inferno in leagues. It's so incredibly easy. Grab your tank armor, pray mage for almost the whole Inferno, and you should be able to tank most of the rangers and stuff. I still went and hid behind pillars occasionally, and it was still helpful, but especially if you have last stand, if you proc it, you have that safety net to fall back on. I think Jagex was purposely trying to lock the 10th mastery behind Zuck to encourage people to go give it a try because people still don't have a lot of confidence to just go and try it. But you're so strong in leagues, you can just kind of brute force each wave. Just eat food if you start taking damage. The one thing I would recommend before you go in is try the triple Jad challenge on the Molrek challenges. It's over here on the map, and you can try them by just completing the fire cape. So you don't need to complete Inferno like you do in the main game to access these challenges. And that'll just kind of help you get the timing of when to pray. Honestly, if you have last stand though, you can just completely destroy a Jad or even 2 maybe during that last stand window. Try and purposely proc it when the healers spawn so you can hurry and DPS one of them down. And then you're only fighting 2 Jads at once and you can just swap your prayers between both. You can see the halberd here. I try and stay 1 tile away so I don't get within melee distance. So if you're melee, definitely get a halberd beforehand to make this easier. It only took like a little over a half hour to get to Zuck, so it's not that huge of a time investment. Just make sure you stay behind the shield, kill the major, kill the ranger, and then focus on Zuck. You don't have to really worry about the things people have to worry about in the normal games Inferno with multiple sets spawning or anything like that. The hardest part will of course be dealing with Jad, but it's pretty smooth sailing. You could honestly just ignore him and just pray against him too, and then focus on Zuck. If you proc your last stand here, you'll destroy Jad too, so that's another option. Tag the healers and finish it off. This was fine, even though I'm melee. The 3-tick Bofa was really strong. And if you're a ranged relic, you'll completely destroy this Inferno. So definitely get in there. Doing this last year gave me the confidence to go do it in the main game. So I got 99 Slayer from this too. I wasn't even expecting that. It looks like I only got 30,000 Slayer XP for killing Zuck. So even though I have the Slayer relic, I think I need to get an actual task, because a normal task would have given me like 1.6 million experience. With my final combat mastery, I couldn't really quite decide if I wanted to do 4 range, which heals me every few hits, or buff my magic. Couldn't really think of a good choice, so I just kind of sat on it for a little while and decided I'll make my mind later when the situation presented itself. With my new Inferno Cape, I went and took my halberd to Vardorvis, and I can just pray melee and just eat all the axes, and with my Sunlit Bracers double healing me with my Blood Fury, I can just sit here and completely AFK this boss. So this was really nice to be able to do this. Okay, cool. Virtus bottoms. Do I get one? Yeah. So there's task for 1. Wow, 200 points. That's pretty good. And then I think there's a 400 point task for equipping full. So my last stand is up. I like to just proc my locator orb down to 0 and then get some mass hits. 92, 63, 103. Okay, I just got Eye of the Duke. So there's the first piece of the Soul Reaper axe. Oh, a mask. Cool. That's 2 pieces of Virtus, and oh, that was my 100th collection log. I was wondering what task I got for that. 1 more Virtus piece. That would be really nice, 400 points. There we go. Got the Ultor ring on 182. So better than having 0 ring at all. Cool, 200 points. Probably stay a little bit longer. There's a 300 Vardorvis task, but I do want to move back to Araxor to get the Rancor, because Soul Reaper Axe is an incredibly long grind. Okay, before leaving, I saw that there was a task for Awakened Vardorvis, so I went to try it out, and honestly, if you've done normal Vardorvis in the main game, you can do Awakened in here. You can just brute force it with Last Stand towards the end and completely destroy him. So that was fine, and I got 200 points. So there's a task for getting a boss pet, and getting the soul pet is probably one of the easiest way to get this task done, because the soul pet has a flat 1 out of 200 drop rate, and in leagues, because you can skip all the waves, this becomes way quicker. So I figured this is actually probably the easiest boss pet to go for. Oh snap, that means I got the pet. I was like, there's nothing in the chest, what happened? Oh, good. Awesome. So I just need the Tonstaldix item and then I'm done. But this was the hard one. This is still just a flat 1 out of 200. So 37 kills. Spooned. Awesome. 200 points for that. And now I don't have to stress about grinding out a boss pet. Well, I went and turned in all of my 30 quivers to get enough splinters. Then took the 150,000 splinters and you get 400 points for equipping a blessed quiver. So now that I have my Ultor and Inferno Cape, the last 2 things I really need are just this Scythe and the Rancor to get my BIS gear. This Halberd was really nice at Verzik. You can see I could stay 1 space away from her, and then I would never have to worry about getting meleeed if I wasn't tanking. And it absolutely slapped Verzik with the slash option. Another Vernic. So that was purple number 25, and the Scythe is a rate of 1 in 19, so we're starting to get a little drier. Rapier, another helm. Vernic. You can never have just 1. Everyone that has 1 gets 2. Going to build the Spirit Tree and Fairy Ring for 200 points. I mean, this will be nice anyways, just because the Enchanted Valley teleport that I've been using is just kind of annoying to get to. And I have to reset my Clue Compass location every time I use it to get to the Fairy Ring. So this will be nice to just teleport to my house with my Construction Cape instead of using this. So loot in hard mode Tob is supposed to be normalized in the sense that Avernic defenders are usually the most common item, but in hard mode, they're standard with everything else besides the Scythe. But I have a sneaking suspicion that it's not the case in League's version for some reason, just because the statistics that I'm getting seem kind of implausible that you would get 16 Avernics, but only 3 or 4 items of every other item. But just a thought. I don't know. Another saying. Oh, we were just talking about that. Yeah, cage pet. Love to see it. Rapier. Justy. Little over double drop right now. That was raid 40. Oh my gosh, of course it's the normal one. The normal frog luck. I wasn't even recording because I was like, oh, it's just a normal, who cares? That's freaking hilarious though. 41 raids. It's funny because I was like, oh, it's a normal. I think I'd rather just have the normal loot because I need Wines of Zamorak to make a bunch of ranged potions as a task. Okay, let's make sure I choose the right thing. Twisted Boat, Scythe of Vitor. Okay, that's the one I want. Yes, I want the Scythe of Vitor. Phew.
Leagues task completed.
All right, 400 points. And now I get 400 more for using the kits on them too. Okay, attach the Holy Kit for 200 more points. I do kind of like the Holy one. I feel like it looks more unique and interesting. Then 200 more points for attaching the Sang kit. So in total, 800 points for getting this scythe, which is so massive. I'm so stoked to finally get this scythe. You can see it's just constantly hitting a bunch of 60s on Verzik over and over again. And it's just very consistent high damage. You don't get the same like 110 hit splats I sometimes did with the halberd, but it's just consistently slaps. And it's going to be so nice to have this for the rest of the league. Taking the scythe out for a spin, and I got the Rancor almost immediately. I guess we're done at Araxor now. Okay, I take it back. There's a task for 300 Araxor kills, so we'll probably go for that. So 300 kills wasn't even a big deal. Between the Sunlit Bracers, the Blood Fury, and the Scythe, these skills are so fast, and I don't even really do anything. I just stand there in the same place and out heal all the damage. So I think I've decided I'm just gonna go with this healing. This will help me just AFK ranged by giving me some health while I'm ranging. And I just don't really see a realistic time where I'm using magic too much. So hopefully this will be enough to make me survive against Scurious and be completely AFK. Yeah, so this is like 25 minutes of pure hands off the mouse levels of AFK. So this is perfect while I'm editing. So I think this will be one of my new activities, especially with not being able to do fishing or thieving for pure AFK. But yeah, we got the BIS gear that I have in my areas this video. Next time we'll start using it to grind for more points. And we'll see you guys in the next one. If I don't drop another one before the holidays, then Merry Christmas and Happy New Year.